The Mercury Island Tusked Weta was only discovered in 1970. These huge and ancient giant insects were so close to extinction that today's entire population is descended from just one male and two females.
From a little island called Middle Island. During the early 1990s, DOC realised the population was going down and they were getting harder and harder to find, and so they decided to set up a captive breeding program. And the last 5 ever found on Middle Island, 3 of those were brought back into captivity. So possibly the entire world population is from those 3. We still hope that they are on Middle Island, but they're just very hard to find at the moment.
Why are they not found on the mainland? Why did it take so long to discover them on this offshore island?
Well, rats are probably the main reason. So this island, Middle Island, has never had rats on it.
Would a tuatara eat a tusked weta for lunch?
Yeah. On Middle Island, there are a lot of tuataras, so it's probably the main enemy of the wetas there.
Right.
But also the big geckos and skinks, they would eat the juvenile wetas. And we've now reared them and released them on 6 new islands. What's
involved in rearing, essentially, an insect dinosaur in captivity?
Yeah, well, food is important. So they're mainly carnivorous and eat other insects. And they can be cannibals too. And so I normally have just 1 per container. Fish food is their favourite, but also they like things like mealworms and dried crickets. They do eat some vegetation, some leaves, but they're mainly carnivorous. So the males have these tusks, and they're used for combat with other males. So they lock their tusks together and they try to flip the other one over. The females don't have tusks, but they have a long spike at the back for laying eggs, and not very aggressive, so they very seldom bite. So yeah, it's an easy target for a rat. These are the eggs. So these are actually hatched eggs, so just the empty eggshell. And so the eggs are laid in the autumn and winter, and they hatch the following spring.
So they're buried down underneath the soil, are they?
Yeah, that's right, yep. And when they hatch, they're very tiny compared to the adult. So that's a new hatchling. And it takes about 1.5 years to grow from a hatchling to an adult.
It's been 7 years since any tusked weta were found on their original island home near the Coromandel. But thankfully, Chris has managed to bring these animals back from the brink. And his weta nursery has meant a whole new generation of weta are now able to flourish on offshore island sanctuaries.